Employability is a major buzzword in the higher education sector. How well prepared graduates are for life beyond university is not only at the forefront of students' minds, but also those of their parents, prospective employers, and government. Employability is also a word often used by stakeholders, but are we all talking about the same thing? The Higher Education Academy's Embedding Employability in Higher Education framework has been developed in conjunction with the sector and provides the basis for collective action on employability right across an institution, using a common process to achieve a common purpose. Today's graduates are entering a fiercely competitive job market. Jobs are no longer for life. In supporting students to embark on their journey towards a successful career, we also need to think long-term. Of course, your students develop knowledge by studying. You have a careers and employability service. You provide opportunities for students to gain work experience. But what else? And how do all these areas link up? In terms of measuring success, we should remember DELI is a measure of graduate employment, not employability. The two are linked, but are not the same. There are a number of other measures worth considering alongside your DELI results to help identify areas for action and evaluate impact more effectively. Based on research, sector input and extensive experience, the Higher Education Academy has developed an approach to employability, enabling you to engage more effectively through a common process, the Embedding Employability in Higher Education framework. When it comes to employability, staff engagement is critical. Why? Because employability is something that's crucial to all students. Embedding this framework within your existing university curriculum design process will, we believe, take your whole approach to employability to the next level. We know examples of good practice exist in all institutions, but the key question is, are all students receiving similar opportunities and experiences? With that in mind, here's another question. Do you have a consistent approach to employability across all your programs? The 4 stages outlined in the framework provide a simple way of bringing staff and key stakeholders, including employers, together to work collectively, developing tailored approaches for specific subject and discipline areas. The Higher Education Academy has developed a series of questions and prompts within each of the 4 stages that can be worked through in less than 1 day. Stage 1. Defining employability. This brings staff, students and employers together to develop a shared view or model of employability, defining the critical elements that are so important for graduates throughout their lives. Once completed, Stage 1 becomes your underpinning rationale, your benchmark for reflecting on your current practice and considering areas for development. Stage 2. Auditing and mapping. This maps your current activity against your newly defined model. The aim is to identify your many examples of good practice and to spot the gaps. Once all programs have been through this process, a clear picture as to what gaps exist across your institution will emerge, allowing more targeted support to take place. Stage 3. Prioritising actions. This highlights the importance of sharing the good practice that currently exists across department, school and faculty boundaries. With the competing pressures that all staff face, it's important to maximise the opportunities that exist to learn from each other. This stage is also about planning and prioritising how gaps can be addressed. Lastly, Stage 4. Measuring impact. This focuses on identifying measures of success in each area identified at Stage 1, using feedback and evidence to lay the foundations for future priorities and focus areas. The HEA's framework provides institutions with the means to develop one consistent yet flexible process that supports all programme areas, engages all staff, and has a positive impact on all students. By working with your academic registry, you can embed this framework into your existing curriculum design processes, ensuring that employability becomes an integral part of your institutional culture, rather than being regarded as an add-on which puts increased pressure on staff. The best way to use the HEA's framework series, ensuring that they're embedded in your institution and have the greatest potential for success is via HEA consultancy. At stage 1, we can conduct an audit of your institution's approach to employability, providing you with the opportunity to reflect on your current setup and seeing how this aligns with the HEA's extensive expertise at national and international level. At stage 2, we're able to support institutions over a period of time, bringing this framework to fruition. For example, 3 months to support activity at a programme level, 6 months at a faculty level, or 12 months at an institutional level. The final stage of our offer involves us reviewing impact and outcomes within the areas of focus, with the overriding aim of contributing long-term to your daily results. So how has the HEA supported other higher education institutes through its frameworks consultancy? Northumbria has over 30,000 students across 4 faculties. In 2015, the new programme framework for Northumbria Awards, PFNA, was launched. Led by the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Learning and Teaching and supported through Academic Registry, this new curriculum design process set new standards applicable to all programme teams across the institution. PFNA, as an overarching process, has 4 core design pillars, one of which is employability. Within this pillar, all staff are required in their teams to engage with the framework process. This process was adapted to suit the needs of Northumbria, demonstrating how flexible the framework can be at institutional level. The University of Manchester and Edge Hill University are 2 more examples of institutions that have worked with the HEA, engaging with the framework as part of the 2014-15 HEA Strategic Enhancement Programme for Embedding Employability. We hope you found this introduction to the Embedding Employability in Higher Education framework helpful. To find out more about how we can support you and your organisation to embed employability for student success, please contact us.